All right. Dak owns filthy. What's up, man? Cry Eagles cry. What's good with you, Brody? You come in with the heat. You came in here angry. You chose violence too. Why you got Nick Sirianni as your face though? If that's your name, you don't like the Eagles. Why Nick Sirianni your man's? It look like it anyway. I'll let a few more of y'all jump in here real quick. Then I'll start going and talking my shit. You feel me? There's three of y'all. I think that's almost enough. But hey, hit the chats up real quick. Make sure I hit the like button. Shout out to the AKs that always join the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. I really can't do things, here anyway without y'all in the space. Shout out Hoodlum. What's good, man? He said, "Do you think we made a trade?" Loving Aries, what's up? Hey, with a bunch of Y's and hi with a bunch of I's. You already got the assignment. What's up? Gavin C, what's good with you, bro? Hefe KC, what's up, homie? Party with the Stars 214, what's good? Chris Davis, Texas Twister, what's up, man? Chris Robinson, Debbie G, what's good? I always gotta change my inflection when the ladies in here, man. I can't have them thinking I don't care because I'm happy y'all here. You know what I mean? This be a sausage fest most of the time. Feel me? Pause. But Cowboys fans 95, what's good? DCFN, what's up? He said, I'm here, bro. DA Lee, he said, we in the building. Love Ever. She said, I'm not a Dak fan, but he did his thing yesterday. See, you got to decide why you're not a Dak fan then. Is it personal? You know what I'm saying? Is it like you mad because of Dez? Or are you not a Dak fan because you wanted his play to improve? When I wasn't a Dak lover or fan, I don't even like to say Dak lover because people call me a Dak lover now and I don't like. But when I wasn't, in love with his game, it was because I wanted him to improve. He's done that. So I gotta say I'm a fan. You know what I mean? It's not. It wasn't personal. Feel me? If it's personal, then I would never be a fan. Feel me? Michael Green, peace and blessings. Back to you, bro. NYC Cowboys. Yurt, what's good? Def Promise. He said, "How you doing, brother? Going to be a good matchup this Sunday, next Sunday." Oh yeah, that's a fact. Going to be a good game. That's what I joined to talk about. Not only that, it's a lot of things going on. Then I'm going to do a long form video here, and then I'm start doing my little snippets too. But I haven't gone live in the middle of the night in about a week, and that's because I had traveled the week before and being jet lagged and then coming back trying to do that too was like I'm not doing that. I wasn't feeling right. My kidneys ain't feel right. Like I feel like I'm still in California. I left my kidneys in California, so I did a fast and a cleanse last week. Feel better, so I'm back. But yeah, those late night joints, man. I'll do them, but I'm gonna do them like once or twice a week. I can't do them every day like I was doing. I was going to like 3 o'clock every day. So I said, let me just jump on and do what I gotta do, man. But all them 11 to 3 a.m. Jones, they classics. You know what I mean? So you gotta get them while they hot when I'm doing them. But I definitely ain't gonna keep jumping on and doing them Jones in the middle of the night. Sir Lawrence McKinney, he said, "Content King, Film King McCoy, the best, man." Thank you, man. I appreciate that. 100. Bando Lando, he said, Dak was Doctor Strange pre-rec. Yo, let's stop right there real quick because that's really what this video is. That's what I'm gonna be talking about. I showed y'all what the Rams look like. I mean, I know I did. I showed y'all what they look like on film. I don't have a film for the new game, but if I go through a recap, matter of fact, I'll do that real quick though. Watch this. Here, let me see. Let me share that. The things that they were doing, pre snap, what they do to quarterbacks, they've done it to everyone, even the quarterbacks that everybody's saying is better than Dak. They've made they've confused a lot of teams because they don't have the talent to just match up and just say, "Hey, we don't care if you know what we're doing. We doing it." You know what I mean? They don't got that kind of talent, so they disguise things very. Shout out to Raheem Morris. He's a beast. I don't have problems breaking film down. Usually, I know what a team is in, give or take. I might not know the call, but I can see, give or take, this is what the formation should have been, or this is what they were trying to do. He was confusing the hell out of me, and I'm watching it 3, 4 times. I'm like, well, what's pre-snap? I see cover one, post-snap I see cover two. Pre-snap I see cover two. Then they follow. You know how you'll send a receiver in motion to see if they're in zone, right? So they follow, but they in cover two. Like, damn. So that quarterback, if he's young, they know the quarterback is going to read man if he follows, right? and then they're going to come up with they're going to run their route. The wide receiver is going to run his route like his man, so he's not going to sit down in windows. He's going to run the full drag, right? The quarterback's going to look hot in certain areas where he probably wouldn't otherwise, but now he has to assess all that post snap, and Dak was doing that, but not just doing that part. Dak was the first quarterback I saw on film this season, because they weren't doing this, every year, but they did this very much so this year. He was the first quarterback I saw on film, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's another that played him and did this, where pre-snap he was making them show you exactly what they were doing. Nobody else did that this season. Dak did that. Pre-snap, he kept doing a hard count. They would show the blitz. Then he would do an audible based off of what they showed. He was making them show their hand. And they were trying to play poker, but he was making them show their hand. And that's why he did. This is why it was the best game of the season for him, because it was actually a game where his strengths come into play. And a lot of people don't give Dak his flowers for the things that he does do well. I don't care about no strength of competition. I ain't talking about none of that. The things that you do on the field, though, matter. Whenever you suit up, any given Sunday, anybody can be had and anybody can be beat. They're all professionals. And for Dak to play it and approach the game the way he does, he's one of the more cerebral quarterbacks in the league right now. And that's because a lot of those guys with more seniority, minus like Aaron Rodgers and, I think that's it, Jimmy Garoppolo maybe. But it's not too many quarterbacks that have been around long as or longer than Dak at this point. Kirk Cousins, he probably could do a little bit of it too, but it's not too many quarterbacks that's from that ilk that can't run, that's not runners all crazy, right? And that have to rely on their mind. You know what I mean? Most of these young quarterbacks that are coming in now, when they see you, they can haul ass. They don't got to stand in there and take that. I don't have to take this. You know what I'm saying? They can get the fuck out of there. So when you see that and you see what Dak was able to do, that's impressive, man. Like I'm probably more impressed by that game from Dak than any game other than maybe the Tampa Bay game. I think Tampa Bay trumps this a little bit, but because it's a playoff game and it was against Tom Brady. But outside of that, and in Tampa Bay, I think defense is obviously better than this defense. So I will give him the Tampa Bay game is better than this one. But outside of that, I think cerebrally, this is one of Dak's best performances that I saw, and especially coming off of the type of pressure that he was coming off of after the San Fran loss. He's been on a roll. But this game was impressive. Let me show you though real quick, because I don't have the new footage yet, but I do have this. Let me show you. Boom. Let's go to Snagit. Where's Snagit? Here we go. Boom. All right. Let me go to that video real quick. I got other videos up right now. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Can I blow this up? Why can't I blow it up? That's crazy, fam. Huh. Wonder why I can't blow it up. I don't want to show it if I can't blow it up. I don't feel like doing all that. Maybe, I don't know. It don't get no bigger than this. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Yeah. Oh well. Y'all can get the gist. Y'all get the gist of what's going on. You'll just play in the background anyway. But you'll see all these disguises that were happening. Like pre-snap, the Rams will do shit to you like this, right? So let me show you what they'll do. Let me get to it real quick, because I don't gotta watch this 14 minutes to get to it. So you see this here? This looks like cover two, right? Looks like cover two, and then it looks like they're running a stunt up here, right? This is going to be cover one, and there's a blitz coming top side. This nickel right here that looks like he's playing zone is blitzing. They're so patient, they'll disguise it. They'll disguise it and wait to the last minute. And now, as that quarterback gets the ball, so as soon as Purdy gets the ball, now he realizes post snap that this is man. Well, what Dak was doing was forcing them to show what it was prior to using a hard count, audibles. He would audible knowing that they're in something weird, right? That's based off of his personnel package. He would audible to something advantageous for us, and then they're in the wrong defense. So, and they can't change it because they're trying to disguise it. So they're assuming, just like they saw here, Christian McCaffrey was only open because they know, okay, Bryant had to let Christian McCaffrey go in order to disguise it, made it look like zone. Because when they put Christian McCaffrey in zone, I mean in a motion, you're supposed to follow him. But if you don't follow him, now you got a guy that's wide open and man. And most teams, most defenses would never do that. So when you're like, hey, hold on, let me stop sharing this. That's just one play I want to show you. But when you're like, hey, this guy's not following, there's no way they leaving that running back wide open. They count on that. So they'll leave guys wide open in their defense, but they don't care because they know based off what the quarterback thinks is happening, he's not going to look there first anyway. And if he does, it's like very rare that he will. They might do it in the second half because they'll watch on film. Like, hey, they leaving guys open. They really playing man, but he doing this or that, right? And Dak was on top of it from bell to bell, man. So that was impressive. And with a line that wasn't blocking very well, he was setting up protections, sliding protections, and doing his thing. So kudos to him, man. I'll get in deeper into that in a second. But because you mentioned it, I had to talk about that. Cook the Eagles with Cooks. I mean, you're gonna cook the Eagles. Their secondary against Sam Howell didn't look too good. But we're gonna get to that a little later too. Shout out to you, Del Tonser. I don't know how to say your name. Del Tonser. Del Tonser. Uh-huh. Like D'Artagnan from Three Musketeers or whatever. Free flowing toxicity coming from Marquise Hardison. Damn, Marquise, you just doing your shadow work, huh, bro? You know what I'm saying? He said, "What's good? I know what's good with you. What's up with you, though, Brody? Yeah, what's up with you?" He said, "How are we feeling?" Oh, I feel good, man. I feel good. I mean, we put up 40. This is the fourth time this season that we didn't play in the fourth quarter at all. Nobody else is doing that. You know what I mean? That's not easy to do. So, regardless of the strength of competition, who you playing, none of that. I don't care what nobody record is. Nobody is doing that. Teams aren't doing that often. And that shows that talent wise, we are more talented than most of the teams that we step on the field with. But we have to make sure we bring our minds and our composure with us when we get into these bigger games. I'm going to talk about that because when we could show up and just overwhelm you talent wise, it shows. We'll put up 40 easy. But in those games where guys are poised and ready for us and ready to give us some different ripples that will give us some confusion, we need to be calm and delayed on those types of responses because we always get up for those games. And because they keep talking about it all week, you got your parents talking about it during the week, you got everybody kind of going in on it during the week and leading up to the game. I think anxiety starts to fester and these guys come out doing too much. They're pressing. So I've been preaching this since last week, but since matter of fact, since the San Fran game, for real, just be calm. Like be calm, cool, collected, bring your mind with you. Cause we already, you got the talent. You know what I mean? But you gotta bring your mind with you, man. Make sure all y'all hit that like button. Matter of fact, let me go into YouTube real quick because I'll be giving y'all the benefit of the doubt out this piece, man. But y'all be doing me dirty sometimes, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, damn, I thought y'all loved me. You know what I'm saying? But not so much. Not so much. Hold on. Let me go into my journal. YouTube Studio. Let me turn this on real quick. Content. Bam. I ain't even changed my joint. I ain't changed my thumbnail or nothing. I'm just dirty today. It's just rugged. Y'all just gonna get it raw and cut. Boom. All right, let me turn that on. The views there. Let me see what my likes at. Oh shit, y'all liking it? They hit that. No, I got 66 likes. Y'all tripping. I got 66 likes and it's 200. It's 172 of y'all in here, man. See, I told you y'all be doing me dirty. Come on, get them likes up for me, please. Come on, let's go, man. Don't make me beg. I don't like doing that. Don't make me look weak out here in public. You know what I'm saying? I can't get no tick. I got one more like since I said that. Y'all stubborn. What y'all driving or something? Hit the like button, man. Gavin C, what's up, man? I'm gonna let them do that before I finish talking. I'm gonna let them hit that like button. Gavin C, he said, "What's up, AKOYE Cowboys family? You gotta support the fam." Facts. Loving Aries, she said, Alpha Mason, what up, bro? He said, "Yo, what's good, bro? Everything, everything." Hit that like button. He said, "Baby Yoda back there." Yeah, they said that's not his name. They said his name like Grogu or something like that. His name Baby Yoda. Your mama named you Yoda. I'm gonna call you Baby Yoda. I don't care if you ain't Yoda or not. Loving Aries, but I do want him to improve. He has. Cowboys fan 95. Dr. Dak was surgical on them boys yesterday. Factual. Marcus Hardison said, looking forward to Dak exposing Philly secondary. I mean, it ain't really nothing to expose. Sam Howell just put up 400 yards and 4 touchdowns on them. They already exposed. The mobile Dak gets much love. Yeah, Dak's definitely better there. Talk, yo, talk media. What's up, Brody? M Ware said, what's up? Everybody just saying, what's up, man? But Okoye is just the Rams. I ain't even. That's why I haven't watched no Joy Taylor. I haven't watched nothing right yet. I haven't watched nothing. I actually was busy all morning. I just sat down and said, I'm gonna go live, touch the people, then I get into my little shtick. You know what I mean? Dot Prescott. They call him Dot. Oh, y'all gonna change his name now? Y'all was ready to trade him in after the San Fran game. Hey, that twist that put on hold on. That twist that they put on the tush push, I actually had came up with that day before they did it, and I wanted the Cowboys to pull that. Let me explain something about the tush push. I'm doing a whole video on this too, like a little series. So I do like some little journalism pieces, right? And I was like, it was baffling me because everybody like, hey man, why don't you break down like why the brotherly shove works so well? And then I looked at the percentages, right? I started looking at the film first, and I said, well, it works, but this looked like a QB sneak to me. But then I said, well, why it works so well? But you know why it works so well, and why so many millennials are so surprised by this play? Because if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, I'm not being an elitist here, but we played a different style of football. We played under center during that time. The quarterback sneak was a regular thing. It wasn't so abnormal as it is now. It was just weren't doing it with running quarterbacks. So let me give you some clarity on why, to me, the whole hoopla about it is all bullshit. It's bullshit. You don't believe me, but it's bullshit. I can prove it. I'll never just say things just to say things. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you why it's bullshit. Do you know the completion percentage or the success rate of the tush push is 93%? Last year was 93.5. 93%. So 9 out of 10 times they're going to get that yard. When they go back to 2 yards, they don't do it because at 2 yards it drops to about 85%, right? But do you know what the quarterback sneak success rate was tracking from the 90s to now when they actually do it on 4th and 1? The quarterback sneak success rate is 89.8%. So everybody's arguing like it's the new thing. It's a 4% jump. So they've added 4% by pushing you. And that's probably because Hurts is strong too. And some teams, this is the league average, 89.8%. Some teams are a little higher because they have guys that were bigger that could probably do a little bit better. If you did it with Tim Tebow, quarterback sneak gonna work. And the quarterback sneak also works because it's a different formation. You got guys spread out in that goal line a little bit differently. So the defense has to respect pass and run and the handoff. You don't know what they're doing out of goal line. So the reason it looks so intricate now is because nobody plays under center anymore. So you very rarely see it. And nobody runs with fullbacks anymore. So you very rarely see that either. Because we used to have fullbacks that we hand the ball off to. Guess what percentage they are? 78% complete from 4th and 1. I mean, from 4th and 2, or from 2 yards. 80% from 4th and 1. Unless you got like a Zeke, it's probably higher, right? You know what I'm saying? So it depends. That's nationwide or league wide. So the tush push, not hating on it. It's just a quarterback sneak, and they have historically been damn near impossible to stop a quarterback sneak. It's not new. Now they push them, great, but they've always done that too. They just haven't set up where they're going to be lined up right behind them to push them. But quarterback sneaks, you get pushed, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. I remember Matt Leinart got pushed by Reggie Bush into the end zone one time. What happened with that? That was the tush push? No, that's just a quarterback sneak. So when you look at percentages, it holds up. Like it's not a play that should be outlawed. No different than the quarterback sneak should be outlawed. The reason they look so good doing it is because they had the San Francisco 49ers, the Browns, the Steelers, the Baltimore. They have teams in this league, Cincinnati. Everything in the AFC North is old school. But they got teams in this league that still, to some degree, play old school style football. Everybody doesn't have running quarterbacks. Everybody's not just, not lining under center. Most of them got running quarterbacks now. But, everybody's not like totally new age where they want to spread everything out and go. You know what I mean? So the reason that works is because they're going old school on you. And defenses are now used to this spread cute stuff where they have to be more cerebral than physical, And then also the other thing I was saying to my brother is practices. You can't practice with pads zone like you could before. So how do you even get good at it if you're not good at it? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the tush push. That's why I'm still doing a video on it, but that's like a little sneak peek of it. You know what I mean? It's like it's not what it's all cracked up to be. It's a quarterback sneak, and it's just as effective, plus 4%. That's all. For real. You can look those numbers up. I hope we can get Jalen Johnson. Is that a thing that they talking about? I like Jalen Johnson too, but I don't know. Chris Davis said, "I'm at work, still listening." The other Chris, what's up? DC for a ET. Hold on. First off, let me say what's up to the super chat because he probably took his money back. He said, "Man, Koye ain't even gonna speak on my super chat." There's another one in there too. Damn, I missed. How many did I miss? Damn. Don't be mad at me, man. I'm gonna jump back up to you. You my placeholder, DC for life. I'm coming right back. Let me get the super chat out the way. Truth only. Appreciate the 4.99. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Walmart with them numbers. He said, I'm a big Bama fan. Nick Saban preaches about getting rid of anxiety by just doing your job. It's just another game. There you go. You got some teams that there's some players or some teams, some people do need to be hyped up when they don't have confidence. But there's a such thing as hubris. But when you don't have confidence, you probably do need somebody to say, "Hey, man, you just as good as those guys, man. You deserve to be here. Don't be happy to be here. You here because you're supposed to be." Some teams need that. Not a team like us. We already know we good. They know they good. So now you need to calm down and just do what you're supposed to do in situations and be good. Don't try to overplay it because everybody's been saying, this game is so big, you can't win big games and all that other bullshit. When you get caught up in that, you done. You're done. All right, let me see. There's one more in here. Jada Recruiter, what's up, bro? He said, "What are your thoughts on the O-line issues, coaching, age, injuries?" Combination. It's a combination. I think we look a lot better from under center than we do from shotgun. Um, don't nobody listens to me though, but we played under center a lot more this game. But I think the O-line issues are a combination of a lot of things. Like when you look at TP's running, right? They're like, well, they blaming the O-line for it. But when the O-line does actually do it right, you have to crack. You gotta hit that. And TP not doing it right now, man. He did it again. He had number one, whoever that guy is, Demarion, whatever his name is, Kendricks, I think. But he was on the outside. TP had lead blocking going to the outside. It was just him and number one. Number one had him. You run to that contact and you go outside. He cut it back in the middle of the field, and there's three guys in there. So then on broadcast, it looks like, well, TP ain't getting no blocking. Those three guys are inside and they all hit him, right? But he not supposed to be running in there. They got pushed in there. So the blocking worked. He didn't work. The blocking worked. And I like TP, but he's not playing like himself right now. I'm telling you. But people think I'm crazy. I get arguments every time I open my mouth these days, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But TP not playing like himself right now. I'm telling you. Y'all don't gotta believe me. But he not. I watch him. But other than that, though, when you take it away from run game, think about what it means when you're in the shotgun, right? The time that the ball has to travel to the quarterback, the ball is snapped. That's a split second. Even though it only takes a second, that quarterback has to catch it, grip it, and now get into position. Then he has to take a step, a drop, maybe 2 steps when you're in shotgun. Maybe none. Maybe he's putting his foot in the ground throwing if you know where you want to go with the ball fast. But other than that, he's bouncing or he's dropping. That is time that offensive line has to block from the moment the ball leaves the center's hand. They're blocking. So defenders get up on you faster out of shotgun, way faster out of shotgun. Okay. When you're under center, the quarterback's hands is right there under his ass. Pause, but for real. So the ball is in his hands. By the time he gets into his drop, yeah, it's a block, but the routes have already converged. Those routes have already started while he has his back to the defense. And then also with play action or anything else, when that quarterback's back is to the line, they don't know what he's doing. So under center actually helps you a little bit more because your linemen aren't showing so much of their chest. They're not getting as high when they get into their sets. They're not getting as high because they're not pass protecting. They look like they're firing off the ball, or they get to be a little bit more aggressive in the way they block. So that's part of it too. I think Scarlari is a guy that likes to be aggressive as well. And I think the play calling at this point, when you don't have a battering ram, it's kind of hard to set that tone. And we haven't been using Rico and Lipke to set that type of tone. When you have that type of tone, like the Eagles were doing it earlier in the year, but they realized they don't got it either. They got Gainwell and they got Swift. They're fast. But when you want to just roll guys over, it gets more and more difficult when you don't got that guy that does that. Like this is what he do. Then you got Scott. So that's why their running game is not exactly the same either. They can't run power with Hurts like they were last year because he's dinged up. So it's a lot of different things that's going on with that. When you run out of shotgun, you need if you're not going to have your line fire off the ball, you need a guy that can run through into contact. And I think that's part of the reason we have some trouble. But for Dax getting sacked as much as he was getting sacked, I think it was, one, the shuffling, like, yeah, Udoga in there. Communication probably was bad, but they got it together. They got it together. But just realize the Rams are very, very smart. That's like I just told you how much they disguise things. So initially, they came out with new wrinkles, and we didn't know what they were doing. Once Dak figured out what they were trying to do and slowed everything down, got a composure, wasn't that much of a problem. He was sliding protection properly, picking up the blitz. They knew where they were coming from because they switched everything around because they were playing us. You know what I mean? We are usually a team's Super Bowl when they play us because they can't stand us or they loved us. Their whole family loved us. You know what I mean? So it's one or the other. But yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. Let me see what else we got here. I'm going back up. All right, DC for life. I keep my man on my word, man. I ain't forget. I'm going back up. Damn, I was really up. Y'all going hard in the comments. Reading all this with no glasses about to be crazy. All right, but I don't mind. Let's go. He said pause. It don't get no bigger than this. Yeah, pause. Hold on. Where you at, bro? All right, here we go. This is where we was at. All right, he said, what's good, Akoye? DC Relight, let's freaking go Cowboys. All right, shout out to you, bro. Matrius Adams, he said, what's up, Akoye New Media? Facts. Dak was breaking them down on the field at that. Bear 24. Tyrone Church was good. John S. Yeah, John, that's my guy. He said, you know me, I give Dak a lot of heat, but I can't say anything this week. Dak was on point. I want more of that. Now my sentiments exactly, bro. When y'all call me an apologist, it's like I'm like you and Matt be grinding me the fuck up. But the reason I'm less on him than before is because I saw these types of progressions, especially his pre-snap game. Like that's hard to do. That's like no, like you got to go around the league. Like I know y'all all got these cowboy goggles on, but I watch a lot of players when we preparing for games, and then I watch the players that we play too. So I watch a lot of film, not being an elitist with that or saying I watch film. You don't. It's not about that. I just watch. I just know I watch more than most people. I'm a witness. You know what I'm saying? Trust my witness testimony. Most quarterbacks don't do that. They're not doing a lot of stuff pre-snap to get guys. Now the scheme might do it for you with motions, but now everybody's on to these motions, right? So Raheem Morris is like he understands that they're gonna do a motion to try to see if we a man. So let's let them think we a man. Follow them. Next time let's let them think we in zone. Don't follow them, but we're in man. See what I'm saying? They'll do things like that, which is crazy. But I like him. He's a defensive coordinator that I gained a lot of respect for after watching him because it's hard to confuse me when it comes to that. But I was confused for real. I was confused, and I'm just watching. I'm not playing. So for Dak to not be confused, you guys don't know how big that is. I don't care if it's the Rams. What he had to deal with to play them the way he played them. It wasn't just out talenting them like they banged up and you just throwing the ball over their heads and they can't do nothing to stop it. And they lining up showing you what they want to do, but it's vanilla. That's not that. Like he was making them look vanilla because they already don't have the talent. But he was making them show where they were trying to blitz from every time or running at it every time. Either or. That was good. When Dak can audible and have the confidence he plays at an elite level. That's a fact. Dak did what I've been wanting him to do. I'm so happy. Facts. Boss man Liddy, what's up, bro? He said, I think literally was the coaching the entire time. No. It was execution. I'm not blaming the coaches for why the offense wasn't looking right because I said this on. Shout out to Jay Tuck, man, always showing love, man. I consider him an honorary AK. Plus, he just go follow him if you don't. That's Jay Tuck, but on Twitter. but he actually is on Dez's platform now too. So that's big stuff, man. Shout out to J Tuck. But I was on his channel last week and I said this, man. I watch a lot of film. I can point them out. You can point out the misses in the Jets game, right? Was it was it the coaches? Or were guys open? Yeah. So that means the coaches did their job. They called a play that got guys open, right? But the misses were coming from Shoemaker dropping passes. Um, Ferg got overthrown by Dak. That's Dak. That's two. And they were missing guys, right? That is, and then sometimes not blocking right. That is player execution, right? Then you go into you just keep going. Like I can count many drops by you count two by Shoemaker. He had two touchdowns that he dropped this season. Yeah, one by Hendershot and then a run play by Hendershot in the Giants game. You had a play with Cooks where Dak overthrew Cooks because CD didn't rub in the Arizona game. You had a play with CD on the sideline, up the sideline in the Arizona game, gets pushed, starts complaining in the mid-air. The ball's right here. He could have grabbed it, didn't high point it, and didn't catch that. You got Cooks got pushed out the end zone. Gallup got pushed out the end zone. No call on those plays against Arizona. So that's I already counted like 6 or 7 touchdowns right there that should have been touchdowns that were good calls by the coach. It wasn't a bad call by the coach. It was poor execution. So you can't blame coaches for the execution of professional players. These ain't kids. Catch the damn ball. You got one with Gallup. Dak pit one on Gallup for 50 yards against the Chargers, right in his hand. One where he put it kind of like right over his fingertips. Those two more. It's two more. See what I'm saying? If we score on half of those, nobody out here, and we already putting up 40 points with all these misses on a regular basis. If we score on half those, nobody's saying shit about this offense because we have been scoring historic numbers for this season. At least 5-6 games out the season, we would have had historic numbers. Historic. Yesterday, Dak missed. Well, I remember he missed one, not yesterday, but last week against the Chargers. He missed one, or the week before last against the Chargers. He missed one to TP up the sideline too. That's another one. I can count. I can count them off. But it would have been historic numbers. But Dak missed a couple yesterday too. There was a couple yesterday that we didn't complete on, but it was like, that should have been a another touchdown. So we could have put up 50 yesterday, and 60 in those games where we put up 40, and then we're not playing in the fourth quarter either. So those are more touchdown opportunities that we don't get an opportunity to go get. So when you say the offense is struggling, you got to be careful with that because 3 games out of the year, the first 3 games of the season, what did the offense have to do? So we're really only 4 games into this offense actually playing full games or doing what it's supposed to do. The first 3 games, the defense was so stacked. It's so crazy. The offense did its job, which is make sure we don't lose this game and don't give up our lead and then run the clock out the best way you can. That's not you putting your best foot forward trying to score, right? Those are different things. So, of course, the offense wasn't scoring as much the way it should have been in those weeks. And, of course, we weren't pulling all of the stops out of the playbook. That don't make any sense. You don't need to. Why would I be trying to spread them out and fire all over the place when we up by 40 in those games? So those first 3 weeks, that don't count to me as far as our offense's progression because we didn't need it. When we needed it in the 49ers game, that was like, oh, and in the Arizona game, oh, that's when the holes started to glare a little bit. But nah, I think this offense is still okay. We were always up in the top of the league with getting up into the red zone and red zone opportunities from the 20 to the 20. And then the red zone misses I just named. So that's a pretty damn good offense. And right now we're ranked probably like 11 or 12. And that's with all those red zone misses. You start scoring on those red zone misses, we're up in the top 10, which is fine. Like I said, we don't need to be number 1. We need to be right where we are, and we are where we need to be. Obviously, I think we look good. Yeah, I do. And that's not no homer shit. I know I went long on that, but that's just the guy's honest truth, bro. Make sure those likes is up. It's 300 of y'all in here. Let me go over here because I gotta check behind y'all, man. I'll be having to check behind y'all. Y'all be tripping on me, man. Let me see what's up over here. Bam. All right. All right. I got 166 likes. Man, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but goddamn, y'all do me dirty, man. I ain't trying to bitch on it though. I'm gonna leave it alone. But keep going because y'all getting on my nerves with that, man. Hit the like button if you're in here. Anybody notice that Hurts look hobbled? He is hobbled. He hurt his knee in the Rams game. They actually hurt both his ankles. His ankles buckled and his knee buckled in the Rams game. He just recovered on a run play, and I'm like, that had to hurt. Now it wasn't an injury, but it was like it was hurt. Then he got hit in the knee with a helmet the next game on that same knee. So yeah, he hobbled. He okay, but he hobbled. And he leading the league in interceptions. I know that, you know. But let me say this about Hurts too. Without being, I'm gonna take my fan hat off, and I'm not gonna pick on the kid, on a young man. I like Hurts, but people make me attack Hurts because they try to say Hurts is the best quarterback since sliced bread because he went to a Super Bowl. And he's not. He's what Dak was when Dak got in the league. A guy with a good running game, a great offensive line, which ain't even that great. I'm gonna tell you why. I'll prove that too. People don't believe me though. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Obviously, I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? But he has a great offensive line, good running game, and then he got talent like out the ass all over the place. Pause, but for real, talent everywhere. So he's what Dak was his first year, just that Dak didn't have that offensive line his second year, third year. So Dak had to go through his growing pains in his first 3 years. He had to learn, like, you're going to have to learn how to move guys around. You're going to have to learn how to read defenses. After he played Dan Quinn, when Dan Quinn was in Atlanta and he got sacked 7 times, he made Chaz Green. Chaz Green ain't in the league no more, I don't think, because of Dak, right? But this Dak would have told Chaz Green what to do. He would have slid protection. You know, he would have made him look better. He would have mitigated some of his deficiencies, if you will, right? That Dak couldn't do that, you know, and he also couldn't beat a loaded box with one-on-one on the outside, right? Now, Hurts can do that with the line, and here's why I say that with this line he can, right? And why do I say also the line looks better because they're a good line. They're a great line, but they look even better because of the quarterback. And here's why. Not because he's setting anything up. Hurts is a running quarterback. Most teams, if you watch the film, most teams do not try to get upfield and get after Hurts on a regular basis. They might blitz sometime this year because he's been putting on film that the blitz has been troubling him. But what they used to do and what they usually do, a lot of teams will do to him, they'll try to cover everybody. And you got to cover for 5 seconds because nobody's pass rushing. The defensive ends aren't firing off. They're two gapping and containing, waiting for Hurts to break contain so that they can get those easy sacks when he runs out there to you, because he'll run to you and get sacked. Or he'll read something and he'll want to stretch the play and get sacked, right? But that's how they're getting their sacks against him. It's not usually I shoot the gap and I get him, because when you do that, he outruns you. You know what I mean? So teams that keep him in the pocket tend to have more success against him, like New England, right? They had success against him, like the Jets. Teams with run stopping defensive ends and not pass rushers for defensive ends do better against him because they're just collapsing the pocket. That's why Washington did well against him too, because they're collapsing the pocket on him rather than trying to beat their guy and get to him fast. When you try to get to him fast, you miss. When you collapse the pocket using power rushes and just slowly break the pocket down, you can get to him because you got to come at him with a wall, right? So that makes the offensive line look extremely good because he has seconds back there he has 5 seconds as opposed to 2.3, right? Because of the way the line plays. But you also see when there's one link that's missing in the phalanx, then the wall don't work. Because when Lane Johnson goes down, when he went down for that game, he looked horrible. He looked horrible. So when Hurts has to deal with the cerebral part of the game because of either his line or his body failing him, we will see then what Hurts is. I like what Hurts is today, but I can't say that he's better. I can say that he has the potential to be. He has a better arm. He has a better arm than Dak. I won't lie about that. He runs faster. He's probably stronger. He's strong as fuck, right? But uh, that's potential. I don't do nothing off potential. Like, is he or isn't he? And the only way he can prove that is when he goes through the things that Dak had to go through, and you know, and overcomes them to become a more polished quarterback. Like, you know, do you want to be a quarterback that is also an athlete, or an athlete that's a quarterback? You know, and I think he's transitioning into a quarterback that happens to be an athlete, but he's not fully finished with that yet. And I think Dak is now there. He's a quarterback that also has athleticism. You know, you almost forgot Dak could run. We act like him running was like so great for the last 2 weeks. I'm like, this how he came in the league, right? but he's made you forget that because he's been so cerebral and so much of a pocket passer. You forgot that he could even do it. You forgot that he started off as a runner first, which is crazy. That shows his progress. He totally changed his stripes. 11 Aries. That's what I meant when I said I like the confidence. He said I like Dak's new cadence. Here we go. He must be listening to Sky. Here we go. Ain't that song? Here we go. Yeah, that's crazy. You probably watch Sky. Not Dak's fault, in my opinion. Let me see what else we got. I'm gonna keep going. It's a lot, so I'm gonna keep going. He said Pat doesn't do that. He doesn't have to. He got Andy Reid. He said Mahomes does it every game. He don't have to though. It's just like neither does Purdy. Don't got to. Yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. Boom. He said I didn't get to see him play. Is it bad? You ain't see Dak? Damn, you missed it, sir. Sir Lawrence, the night. Oh, you talking about Hurts? You talking about his knee issues? Yeah, yeah. It's not bad. It's just not. It's not great. We'll look at it when I get the film. They fed CD and Ferg. We got to stop trying to get other tight ends involved because bad things always happen. Tyrone, you are correct about that part. You don't see them trying to. You don't see KC trying to force the ball to anybody other than Kelsey. You know what I mean? Then they figure it out from there. I felt like they were justified in what was going on with CD, and I kind of can get from reading in between the lines what was going on because of the amount of media attention that gets. I think CD was kind of like hesitant to go at him on the sideline and say what he had to say, and then Dak had to tell him like, instead of standing off on the sideline, do you think that it helps me more for you to stand off over there and act like you mad for 4 games straight, or to just have 5 minutes of cursing me out or saying what you gotta say? Just say it. They're gonna come at me anyway. So once they had that conversation, I think they now are on the same page. They understand like, yeah, I ain't gonna like me every play, bro. Just say what you gotta say. I'm not gonna fold. I ain't gonna crumble because you mad. Be mad. I like that. Like I like when somebody, if you could come tell me what's up, what I did to you, if I know I've offended you and on purpose or not, I apologize. I got a problem with that. But if you act like a nut about it, no, we ain't doing that. So I think CD was doing things where it was detrimental to his own ability to get on the same page because he wasn't speaking on why he's pissed off. He just was on film throwing his hands up and shit. You know what I mean? So now I think you can see he gets off the ball whether he's getting the ball or not fast. Before he was kind of loafing because you know the progressions in this offense. So when he comes off the ball, when he knows he's not getting the ball back in those stretches, he was jogging. But when he's getting the ball, he running. So Dak, like, you inconsistent in your releases. I might want to come at you on a certain play, but you loafing. So I'm not even gonna bother looking over there because I know you ain't running the route. You know what I mean? So now they killing it. They killing it. And I'm glad they got that conversation out the way. Dak was wheeling and dealing. Yeah, he was. All right, I'm gonna skip down. So Choctaw, what's up, man? I gotta skip down though, because y'all been talking so much I can't read all this. Didn't Slay get injured? I don't think Slay got injured. It looked like we used a lot more motion. That's because Dre was good. That's Dre from Philly, man. My memory crazy, ain't it, Dre? Cause I think I ran into you. I did. I'm looking at your face now. Like I ran into you and your daughter in the mall one time, man. He's like, "You a Koye?" I was like, "Yeah." I didn't know if you was on some Eagle static or what. I was like, "Man, we about to have to go mustache to mustache. We about to box now." I didn't know what was happening. But then I was like, "Oh, damn!" He was like, "I watch you." We exchanged, I think, IGs and all that. But I remember you, man. Um, he said it looked like we used a lot more motion. Um, yeah, we did, but it was a lot of audibles in that too. So we really looked like a John Gruden offense. We did a lot of motions, a lot of audibles at the line of scrimmage. It was nice. Hallelujah, hallelujah. He said, Okoye, we definitely appreciate the work you do, bro. And I appreciate you back, man. Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, Heavenly Father. Bro, can Dak play like this the rest of the way, or was this a fluke? Damn, you killing him already, Alex. I know he is capable, but it's been rough. What? No, it hasn't. Now you lying, bro. It hasn't been that crazy, man. It hasn't been that crazy. Dak been playing pretty good. He been playing pretty good. Let's see. He said McCarthy let him off the leash. I think he been off the leash. I think he been off the leash. Yeah, Lawrence, they were unstoppable with the first team. Boom. No more toxicity here, Koye. My bad. Oh, you was in your bag for a moment. I get there sometimes, so I mean, I understand. Is that hero ball? I don't know. I don't know what we referring to, but what's up, Asmodeus? Yeah, San Fran said F Dallas and went 0 and 3. And that's the other thing. Nobody talks about it, and I haven't listened, but I will listen tonight because I got a show tomorrow. I mean Wednesday, and I got film to do. So while I'm doing my film, I just listen to the commentary just to hear what the narratives are. But they talked about the fact that when you play San Francisco, I remember Richard Sherman said this. When you play San Fran, teams are 0 and 15 after playing San Fran, meaning every team that played them last year lost the very next game. Ain't that amazing? That's crazy. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Even the Eagles, like the Eagles played them in the playoffs, right? Lost the next game. So he was right. Every team that played them lost the next game because they're so physical. But if you pay attention, Debo played against us. He ain't been playing since. He been banged up. Uh, Trent Williams played against Micah Parsons the whole game. He also got hurt from. I ain't gonna say Michael Parsons did it all, but he started the avalanche, and I think Miles Garrett just finished him. Then C-Mac has an oblique issue with his ribs, so that happened. You can't tell me that ain't happened when Wilson knocked his ass out. So all those guys are banged up now. Purdy, everybody's banged up, and they now look like a team that doesn't know how to play injured. That's top heavy, like a lot of people said. We've been playing injured, whether it was with Cooper Rush, it don't matter who got injured. We've been winning with injuries. So when people start coming at the coaching, that's the reason I don't, is because when you could still get a team amped up and ready to play and they kind of understand what they're doing, irregardless of injury, you're doing a good job coaching to the most for the most part. It's about execution after that, and these guys kind of know what they're doing. So I think the coaches are doing okay. They might be too conservative at times, but that's at times. But how many times are you gonna say a coach is too conservative if Mike had to let Dak off his leash? And this is the fourth game. Everybody who just said that, point me to a season with Tony Romo or anyone, any Dallas Cowboy year that you could think of where we had 4 games out of the first 7 and guys wasn't playing the fourth quarter. Most of them. They whining to be able to, the defense and offense whining to be able to stay on the field in the fourth quarter. It can't. That don't happen. So if this is what bad offense looks like, bad coaching looks like, I'll take it every time. Because you can't, I've never seen it. So how can it be on the one hand poor coaching and too conservative, but on the other hand, we blowing teams out so well that the teams that don't belong in the field with us anyway, we blow them out so handedly that we don't even play the fourth quarter in those games. How could that be? It can't be. That's the point. Can't be. That's the thing. That's a real thing. So keep that in mind, when you start judging from the vacuum. And I know you're not judging harshly. I'm just saying when you start looking at things from the vacuum, we got to keep that in mind that I haven't witnessed that. And John S., you've been around longer than me. You're old head. I'm an old head too, a little bit, but you're older than me. So you could tell me if you've seen it in the 70s, 80s, whatever. I haven't seen that where we don't play in the fourth quarter. The starters ain't playing in the fourth quarter. You just running the clock repeatedly. That's not a normal thing, man. Not a normal thing. Dak said his in his presser, what we took from the San Fran game was use my legs more. I would agree. The like button is free. Quit treating brother Okoye like a side chick. Yeah, man. They ain't even treating me like a side chick. I done treated side chicks better than that. You know what I mean? They not even treating me like a side chick. That's crazy. They treat me out of pocket. That's bad, man. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna whine no more though. You know what I mean? One hand band suck. 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 I got another super chat. Let me get to it before that. Y'all talking about the likes anyway. Talked about that. Likes, like, yes, the like, let's go. All right. Let's talk about this. What are you saying? What are you saying? He said, let's talk about the inconsistency of the running game. It could be the O line, but I think it's Pollard. You actually hit the nail on the head because I said that earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. Pollard, and I'm not trying to insult the ladies when I say this, but Pollard be pussyfooting. He be pussyfooting. And I mean, y'all can say I'm wrong, but he is, and he's not built to do what they're asking him to do. Although he only got 12 carries this game, they're shying away from the run because Pollard. They want Pollard to be the showcase guy, but that's not his game, and it doesn't have to be his game. It's not an insult when you say that's not his game. When you say, "Hey, Alvin Kamara needs a thumper or a well-rounded, full-purpose three-down back to play with him," so that's okay. You know what I'm saying? He still got 9,000 all-purpose yards just like C-Mac, right? So, I think C-Mac needs some help too. They're just asking C-Mac to justify his contract and do the same thing they're asking Tony Pollard to do. Run power when we need a guy to run power. Run till your legs fall off, right? For that money. So that's what Pollard is running for. He's running for the bread. But we're not running for the win right now because if we wanted to win, you swallow your pride, you put Pollard on the bench, and you start Rico, and then you use Pollard's legs after Rico's buttered up the defense. You give Pollard his series the same way or you just go series for series. Don't matter who start. I don't like to say start because that means somebody's behind the other. He's not behind Rico. It's like Mark Ingram and Kamara. Series for series. Rico should be getting series. Pollard should be getting a series. And Rico should be early. Pollard should be late in games. Why? Because Pollard will blow the lid off of games, believe it or not, because once you're tired of hitting, he'll run right by you. And Rico is a guy that you want to use as a hammer to, kind of beat the defensive line up and so on. But yeah, that's my take on it, man. Kitchen Chief. I guess that's what you said. Kitchen Chief. I like your name. Kick Chins Chief. But he said, "My bad, Akoye, I'm at work." It's all good. It's all good. I'm only busting your balls anyway. I ain't that mad. I'll see what the likes are later. Always knock before you enter. Hit the mother. Nah, I can't curse right now. Hit the MF and like though. That's about to do it. All right, Coyote, what's up? He'll always be Baby Yoda. Sir said, the Dak haters don't write me anymore. Yeah, don't you feel lonely? It's crazy, man. I won't say no names. I don't like saying this. I'm gonna treat him like Voldemort because I ain't giving him no more tick, man. But a popular Eagles content creator. Let me put my code switch on. A popular Eagles content creator uh, visited the page yesterday to talk about how unsustainable blocked punts and pick sixes happen to be. Although we've had multiple games with them, he wants to teach me how unsustainable that is, while ignoring the fact that throwing interceptions is not very sustainable either. Nor is targeting one receiver while letting the rest of them hang out to dry and get rusty. Right. So said player said that y'all can't keep it up. That's a little hate. Why was he hating? I said commentator. Why was he hating? He was hating because at the end of the day, you can't find anything wrong with it. So we have a complete win like that. How do you pick apart a complete win when y'all winning dirty and ugly? You know what I mean? Nobody's going to complain about the fact that our defense is helping this offense out. Why would I even walk? And you guys shouldn't either. Don't walk into that argument when people try to debate with you. Y'all ain't going to keep getting your defense be bailing Dak out. So I'll give a fuck. What you want me to make an excuse for our defense being good as well as our offense? Why would we make excuses for that? You know what I mean? And what you want me to make an excuse for a defense giving points to Dak so Dak can play, loose and free? Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it no more. I used to run into that door, run into that burning building and die with them. You know what I mean? Go down with the ship. That's not happening no more. He said Eagles secondary is trash, worse than last year. Yeah, they don't look very good. Thoughts on trade rumors for the Bears, CB, Jalen Johnson? I gotta watch Jalen Johnson's game, but I watched him a little bit yesterday. I like him. I think getting another guy who can do a little bit of everything would be good. But the thing that does kind of like piss me off lately with Dallas is our lack of development of all these guys we're drafting. We're wasting a lot of good players. When I watched Travaris Ward whoop us over there, like, he was an undrafted free agent for the Cowboys once. And look how good he is. Look how good he became. He done went and won a ring with KC, and now he over in San Fran giving us trouble. You know, he's a good corner. We could have used him, right? Who did we keep and get rid of him? AB. AB ain't better than Travaris Ward. You know what I'm saying? So these players who keep getting out the building, we just had Land, right? Isaiah Land was balling. He over there with the Colts. We had Jabril Cox. He over there with Washington. We had Ridgeway. He over there with Washington. And now that wouldn't be so bad because we still got a good team, right? But now we got guys like Fehoko who ain't getting no tick. You got Shoemaker who not really getting in the mix. You got Deuce Vaughn who not getting in the mix really like that. You know what I'm saying? You got Clark from last year who was in the mix, but I wouldn't say developing very much, but he out there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you got guys who you got Tolbert who's in his second year, should be playing. He's a third round draft pick. You know what I mean? Those things are starting to fed me up a little bit, piss me off just a little bit because we got to start developing these guys. And when you go out and you make a trade for Jalen Johnson, Izzy not going to get on the field now. And Izzy just came up in the playoffs last year and balled against Tampa Bay. Why would Izzy not get an opportunity? You know what I mean? Why is he not getting any chances? That doesn't make any sense to me. I might be tripping, but it don't make sense to me. So yes, I like the trade idea for anyone, but I also keep that in mind. You got a Rico. We had Rico on this team all this time. He kept getting injured though, but Rico could have played even with Zeke. Mix it in. We could have saved Zeke some trouble. You know what I mean? I like the fact that Malik Davis is back, but we got a bunch of guys like even Mozzie. Mozzie don't get on the field like that. You know what I mean? 10% of the snaps. So I was saying like maybe they saving these guys, but what? How they gonna be ready for big moments if they don't get to play at all? None of these guys play. Hunter Lipke don't get no tick. That's almost our whole draft class I just named. Austin Richards ain't gonna get no tick. He get to come in the fourth quarters, but Eric Scott I didn't expect to play. But how you got a whole draft, an entire draft? Sam Williams last year, second round pick, don't play. How you got entire draft picks, draft classes, I mean, that don't play unless they play with their hair on fire like Bland and or play with their hair on fire like Wanye to even get on the team. Wanye Thomas would have been a camp casualty had there not been an injury with Donald Wilson. We wouldn't have known what Wanye is either, and we wouldn't have missed him because we wouldn't have known what he is. But now he looks like he's the best safety that we have. That does piss me off. Won't lie. All right, let me get to the super chat. I think it was another super chat. Let me get to it real quick. Yeah, Jay Recruiter, I read yours, unless you gave me another one. I was trying to find this, John. Y'all all the way down here with it. I do appreciate the love, though. Y'all don't hit likes, but y'all damn sure engage. Y'all be talking. Y'all be talking to each other. I'm glad y'all don't talk reckless to each other no more either, unless Eastside Harold here. But even with Eastside Harold, I try to tell you, when somebody hating and people acting crazy, you gotta hug them, man. Some niggas need to be needing hugs, man. They be out here angry, man. You gotta relax, guy. Why you so mad, bro? I don't want to kill you, man. What are you doing? Why y'all so mad? Y'all gotta relax in there. Eastside Harold, when he come here, man, show him love, man. He's angry. He mad that his team sucks. What to do, Akoye? Hold on. Smoke 14 ya or smoke one for ya. There you go. See, I got it. My dyslexia did kick in for a second though. But smoke one for you. Appreciate you. He said, smoke one for me for sure, because I can't smoke no more. I got all this energy, man. I got energy like a smoker, like a crackhead smoker though. But I like it though. I need it because I need to lose some weight. But he said, what to do, Okoye? Can we get it over with, man, and just let these fools know? Leave 26 alone, please. Well, keep trying, please. Yeah, man. I don't know why they keep going at him like that. I wouldn't, but they are. That brings up an argument. I said online people don't agree, and I can see the light on both sides, so I'm not like stubborn on this one. I just feel like my hunch is you put you put Bland on AJ because AJ gonna get 20 balls his way. I'm like, if you throw 20 passes at Bland, he gonna pick one or two. You throw 20 passes at Bland. I mean, AJ might get some yards. Yeah, AJ gonna beat him for a touchdown, maybe all that. I don't care. But Bland gonna get one or two interceptions that's gonna allow our offense to put 14 points on the board, possibly, right? So I would take that matchup, right? That's what I said. But someone else said, well, then you have to deal with Gilly being on Adams, and Adams is a burner and he'll get Gilly, but they don't throw the ball to Adams like that. So they said the flip would be pick Gilly on AJ because and help Gilly because AJ is more of a power guy and Gilly can deal with the power, which is true. But so can Bland. Bland is strong and sturdy too. So pause. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I like both. I don't mind what concept we go with. I just think that with the ball skills that Bland has, I like him getting 20 targets thrown his way. If it was Diggs, I would say the same thing. You know, you throw 20 passes at Bland, he's going to get an interception. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, but that was our debate. That was our debate. Marcus said, keep proving it with the film. You know I am, man. Y'all, Mark be he be informing me about shit too. I appreciate that. You always be on me. I appreciate you, Mark. And Marcus Wynn too. Both of y'all. Marcus Hardison and Marcus Wynn. Y'all both be on my ass. Pause. But y'all be on me telling me like, yo, do this. And I'm like, damn, bro. I guess I ain't doing that right. You going live today? No, I guess I am now. I should, huh? Y'all want to know what I got to say. 50 on the Eagles would be hilarious. The media talking heads will be trying to find a way to spin it. Yeah, they will. They will, but they don't want that. They already. I'm pretty sure Joy Taylor feeling. She feeling it. She feeling a little nauseous because he turned the ball over again. Didn't he? Did he throw an interception? I don't think he threw an interception, but he did fumble. He did fumble. I think he got 11 turnovers this season. He said Rod Wilson Woodson moved to safety in his 30s. Yeah, just like Charles Woodson. Once y'all move LVE to safety. He said AJ ain't played the Ron Bland yet. That's a fact. Let me see. All right, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going back up until I get to some good combos real quick. My bad, y'all. Oh, what's up, Cajun Cowboy? How you doing, bro? All right, let's see what we talking about. All right, I'm gonna start here. Boom. Mondo L. He says, "What up, Okoye? I heard this recently. We now have a great home field advantage because Dak can audible and make calls at the line more. We just need to communicate better on away games. Yeah, the away games, you see a lot of the motion and a lot of the stuff we like to do. We get rid of. That's what we do. We just get rid of them. So we start taking that stuff out the playbook because it's not as easy to move guys around when they can't hear nothing and you trying to clap to get the ball snap. It's bad for you. Like it makes Dak play anxious too. Yeah. Oh, and a punt return got called back too. You did. You right about that. We would have put up like 57. Like 57. That's crazy. Defense looks sweet in the middle. I'd go get Allen from Washington. Oh, you mean our defense? Never. How we look sweet in the middle? You crazy. You mean, or you mean the Eagles need to go get him? Because we don't look sweet in the middle of the field. You crazy. You was watching Evans? I watched Evans. Evans is like he's doing his thing for a couple plays. I didn't know he was number 32. So a lot of his plays I was giving to Clark. I didn't know that he was 32. I thought he was wearing number 57 and didn't get no tick, but he got some tick. I gotta watch the film though. The ball in CD's hands is a good thing. That's a fact. CD's starting to ascend, man. He's starting to come into his own. This is what I needed to see from CD. Consistency and maturity. Hurts has 10 turnovers. Dak has 5. Defense is ready. I agree, Coyote. My last name is Coit, which comes from Quetzal, and Quetzalcoatl is where the word coyote comes from, the trickster god, right? Coyote, coyote. It used to be Quaddle, coyote with an L. That's how you used to be able to spell coyote. So yeah, that's why I always remember your name when I see it because I did that whole journey. Dak looked like he was calling the plays like in preseason. Yeah, he out there coaching. You got to coach him. That's what you turn them into when you let your quarterback do those types of things. They become a coach on the field. Judy are all pro. We gotta be elite on the outside. Oh, I think if you put Tolbert in, Oh man, y'all gonna make me say it. Here comes some more unpopular shit. Let me start by saying Gallup was my favorite wide receiver on this team, man. Fucked up. He was. And I still like him, but he ain't himself. Gallup is number 6 on this team as far as wide receivers go. Meaning he's behind, obviously, Cooks and Lamb. I think Turpin is more dangerous than Gallup. I'll take Turpin over Gallup right now. I'll take Tolbert over Gallup right now. And I even take Jalen Brooks over Gallup right now with the way he played in preseason. I'll take a look at him. They all look good, except for Gallup. So I don't think we need more receivers. I think we just need to get that one off the field. I don't think we need more tight ends. I think we just need to throw to the one and let the other ones block, and then sneak some passes to them in the red zone. Like make one of them your red zone threat where they block so often that you never think they're doing anything other than blocking. They did that with McEwen though, and it went bad for us. So I don't know if it's going to be McEwen. Maybe it need to be Shoemaker, but yeah, Shoemaker be looking like eyes wide open when it's time, man, because he's so excited. Skywalker Steele, shout out to you. He said they opened that thing up yesterday, bro. Hit the like button for the OG. Shout out to my OG, and everybody give Sky a happy birthday shout out too, man. He's a gentleman and a scholar, and I know he might be older than most of us, but you always got to respect your elders. So I always pay homage and respect to the OG because he old as fuck. You know what I mean? It's like I'm actually older than Sky, but I ain't gonna say how old he is. You know what I mean? Because everybody be thinking that he really. I said he what 51, some shit like that. He up there somewhere, but I ain't gonna tell you where he really at. You know what I mean? But he do look young as fuck for his age. Whatever his age is, he don't look his age. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that 100. Let me see what else y'all saying in here. Hold on. Let me get down to these super chats real quick. Let's go. Damn, y'all doing me well with the engagement though. Let's go. Let me see where we at. All right, brother L. Brother L, I appreciate you, but I remember you because you were more. You was on Jazz Channel the other night, and you was like really holding it down in the chats. I remember. I got a good ass memory for some reason, man. That's how I remember plays. I know where to go because I know all the bodies is buried. But I remember you, man. I got a lot of Moorish friends, so they all L's and Bays all around here. So you always stand out because of your name. I know you probably a Moorish American and shit. I mean, not to put your business out there. Sup, legend? He said, just putting some change in your pocket for some quarter waters. Big salute to the AKOYE Media movement. Yeah, it's definitely a movement at this point, man. I'm motivated. It's time to really grow this to where it need to be. The concept is proven. I can't prove it no further than I already proved it. Y'all jumping on when I don't even schedule these and it being 300, 400 people on here. That's enough for me to know the shit works, man. So let's keep it going. But I appreciate that and appreciate the love, man. Thank you for the $5. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. Smoke one for you. He said, Okoye, why they say Jalen never played against Dak? Didn't they play Micah first year and we smacked them then? Just wondering. Dak may have been injured that year. That might have been the year Dak was injured, right? Last year they didn't play. And the year before that, 2021. Was it 2020 or 2021 when Dak got hurt? I think they played each other. I'm not sure though. I don't remember. But I don't think it mattered. You know what I'm saying? But we did smack them. We beat their ass that year. That's that year that Diggs got that pick six on him his first year, Jalen first year. I don't remember though. I gotta look at that. That's the role. I like Parsons playing, moving around all over the line. Yeah, Greg Starr, appreciate the 5, man. I agree wholeheartedly. I think they had Micah in the middle a lot more yesterday. And I think him next to Evans. Me and Scott talked about that too, about Mike being able to Michael Parsons being able to affect the game from the A gap. And it's like they was listening because he was A gapping it up, crossing centers over. That's where he got his only sack. And so now it's like I'm glad he got a sack from there because that makes you less afraid to put him in the middle of the field. And it also allows you to get Sam Williams on the field. And I'm this type of person. If I talk about you bad and you do good, I'm gonna tell you when you do good. I'm gonna make sure I make it loud and clear. Sam Williams, I've been hard on him this season because I expect a lot from him. and he came out talking about, free me after doing all the dumb stuff he'd been doing. I'm like, you ain't got the right to say free me, bruh. But yesterday we said it in the group chat, and I'll say it again. He freed his damn self yesterday with that punt block, and then he was playing gunner. He was playing gunner on special teams. And when you make me, shout out to Goodwin, who's hurt right now, but when you make me ask, like, who is that running down the field like that? When you play gunner like that, and you a 6 foot everything 270-pound guy that's getting up the field like that on special teams and being the first to the ball and making a that was amazing. Like, Sam Williams is playing like his hair is on fire. He angry. He just got to keep his composure, and I think he'll be on the field more now that Micah Parsons is going to be asked to play in the middle a little bit more. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Mm. All right, got to the last super chat. HK is an 8K. He said Philly gonna empty the bag to try to beat us. Show the whole league what you got, then lose 3 straight like the Niners. This day Super Bowl, man. And win, lose, or draw, I don't care no more. I really don't. I want to win every game, obviously. And I'm gonna be mad at every loss, obviously. But when I say that, I mean this. I understand how our team is constituted now, right? And I feel like teams giving us their best shot, like San Fran did early in the year, it make them front runners. They front runners. You know what I mean? San Fran, we keep talking about San Fran still in the same energy that we was talking about them in the beginning of the season. They not better than Seattle right now. Not right now. Seattle's in their division. They got to get past Seattle. They looking like the Rams right now, wounded. You know what I'm saying? So we keep talking about, can we get past San Fran, as if they gonna make it. They gotta make it just like we gotta make it. They gotta make it. So ice up. You know what I'm saying? They gotta ice up for real. And that's not even like me trying to be on no trash talk. None of that. It's like that's what it is. That's what it is. He said Okoye got us thinking Sky almost 60 out here. Yeah, yeah, I do. Everybody think he a old head. It was an inside joke a long time ago. I was like, he 47, and people just been carrying that ever since. So I don't correct it. He said Sky and King Tut. Sky and King Tut got a secret handshake like Will McClay and CD. Probably. Sky Daywalker still. They giving him nicknames and all that. All right, let's see what else y'all saying in here. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it because I know I missed a lot up top. I'll jump back up there once I get. Somebody got Rolo Tomasi as a name. This ain't the real Rolo. He said that's a big ass gunner. Yeah, Rolo Tomasi, a funny boy. But what's good with you, man? Yeah, he is big as hell. Yeah, he was the gunner. But for Sam Williams to be the gunner and then get down there as fast as he did, that's hard to do, bro. Uh, yeah, y'all saw that. So I think he proved it with that special teams play. Like, I affected. I put points on the board. And he only gave me. I only got on the field a couple times. Let me play. You know what I'm saying? So he made a point. He made his point on the field, which is the only way you should make it. Make it on the field. DP Johnson, he said, I think we should transition to more 4-3 under looks so Micah can be up and down the line of scrimmage, or up and down on the second level, where it's harder to block him and he can see the handoff. I think 3-4, like more of a 3-4 look rather than 4-3 under. You mean 4-3 over, where you got a guy that's playing like right off the line of scrimmage, so you got 3 down. That's how kind of how they run their 4-3 over there with the Rams. It looks like a 4-3 because they have 4 down linemen and then 1 up, right? So they're really running a 3-4, but it looks like a 4-3 with 1 over, right? With a Sam, right? So I guess it's the same. Really the same. Just what you're asking the ends to do in those schemes are a little different. Like when you look at a 5-2, 4-3 over, or a 3-4, they all have 5 linemen or 5 guys that's in the middle of that field that are on the front line. But what their skill set is a little different. Like when you look at the Panthers, I think it's Shaquille, what's his name? Shaq Thompson. Shaq Thompson he plays that type of scheme where he's on the edge, but he's guarding tight ends and doing things like that out of that. And then you have guys like Hoyt in with the Rams, who's more of uh, a uh, a run stopper, out there. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the talent level. But you got two outside linebackers that's like, TJ Watt, then it becomes a 3-4 and they both standing up. So a little different, but schematically it changes. But the players, they're still there. Same person. The personnel is in the same positions. AJ Medell, $2. He says Simmons or Surtain, Adams, and Henry or Foreman. We don't need Simmons, so no. Surtain, don't technically need him either. But if they don't want you to sell your shirt for him, maybe. But Surtain, he gonna want to restructure deal, and we just paid Diggs. They're not gonna bring Surtain in here and pay him. They're not, and he's not gonna take less money because why would he? He can get everything he want on the open market next year. So that ain't gonna happen. Um, Adams, I would do that. I would do that. Henry, nah, I like it. If you would have did it, it's cool, but we don't need to. We don't need that. And we don't need Foreman either because we got Rico. I think you could answer a lot of the problems you have with Henry if you just let Rico run the ball. I think. Appreciate you, Koye. To clarify though, the L in Brother L is just my first and middle name initials, no other ties. Scott can confirm. I'm just another black man caught up in the mix. Trying to make $1 out of 50, $1 out of 50. How you gonna ad lib yourself, man? That's dope. I'm giving myself a pat on the back in the middle of it. But yeah. No, I thought you was Moorish, bro. My bad. Rich Corman looks like Squeaky Will gets the grease. Williams and CD got a point there. They negotiate with terrorists around here, huh? They did give him the ball. That's crazy. Okay, so getting into Dak once again because I kind of was going down the line talking so much, but y'all gonna keep going so crazy. I'm probably never gonna catch up to y'all. Hold on, one person I do want to holler at. T Mafiani. He said, "Do you think we pick up an O line today or tomorrow?" I don't know, but I want to say I bang with you, bro. You be definitely going hard, man. I like how you roll, man. That's all I'm gonna say. But um, let's see. Um, oh, that's what I was. Well, Dak Prescott and what he was doing in this game. Like I said, we pointed out what he would have to do and what he would have to do and why this would be a harder game for him due to the fact that the Rams disguise everything. And for those who weren't here earlier, I'll say it again. Dak Prescott's ability to go there, go into, I think, the teeth of that defense, deal with them in a way where he was forcing them to show him exactly what they were doing, and then he was audibling off of it. And to me, that was like Peyton Manning esque work. I know Matt probably in here saying, "Don't compare him to Peyton Manning," and I gotta do it because Peyton Manning is one of the best pre-snap quarterbacks done in his era, and Dak is now becoming such. He's becoming a guy that you can't play with like that, man. So 337 likes. Thank you, bruh. That's what I needed. Um, but yeah, he's becoming that type of guy. So the things that he was able to do pre-snap were crazy. But let's talk about post-snap. Post-snap, finding Lamb the way he was finding Lamb and attacking that defense the way they did, they were opening it up for everybody, and that was beautiful. Lamb is now playing. He got to do it consistently for me before I say you bona fide. You not one B no more, bro. Like you was A 100 number one receiver. Talent wise, we ain't never had that question with Lamb. I don't question it talent wise. It's not nothing to do with talent. Effort. I needed consistent effort from him, and if he could keep this up the rest of the season, yeah, he definitely got that from me. His productivity's been good from the slot before, but now he's doing it outside everywhere. They're using his high point ability. And maybe he had a gripe with Dak because of that, because he hearing people talk about him not being able to do certain things that they not showcasing. I haven't seen, even though Lamb's known for jumping up, catching that one hand pass when he was in college. Um, he wasn't doing a lot of high pointing here. We haven't been giving him opportunities for that. You know what I'm saying? And James Newman, I don't disagree that Lamb is top 10 talent. He's a top 10 talent receiver in this league, hands down, bro, hands down. But I don't like divas. You can't be a diva that thinks that you're bigger than the team. I don't care who you are. I don't like that type of receiver. And that's number one. Number two, historically, it doesn't work here. So if you do like Lamb, you shouldn't like him doing that. It don't work here. T.O., he took T.O. to a diner and said, we're on this side, you're on that side. See you later. And T.O. was producing, you know. Dez, crazy with it. Dez, they ain't like something he said, or they ain't want to deal with his energy. Even though I think he was right, got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Coop ain't want to get that shot or said something behind the lines. I don't know what he did, but he was out. So this ain't the place to get bigger than your britches and start doing a lot of media stuff. It's just not the place. So I like CD. I want him here and I want him to produce. That ain't the way. You could be right and wrong at the same time. So when my criticism of TP, I mean of CD was never he's not a talent. It was you going to be out of here with that talent if you keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, you're going to get your money elsewhere. Yeah, you're going to be good elsewhere, but I don't want you to be elsewhere, so stop. You know what I mean? That was more so what what I was talking about, you know what I mean? More so than anything else. Not Lamb is a bum. When I said Mozzie was going to be better than Jalen Carter, it was because I said Jalen Carter was a Aaron Donald type of player. Aaron Donald is an MVP, a defensive All Pro. So when people like Koye, this ain't age well, I said how? I said he is an Aaron Donald type, but his effort wasn't there full time. But Mozzie effort was there on film. They just don't let him play. But his effort was there on film in college. He played 70% of the snaps as a one tech and was all over the place. But he builds his game up. Like Mozzie, he's a rep guy, and he's not gonna get the reps here, not yet. But when I said that, people jumped down my throat, you know what I mean, about that. So it's the same thing, man. Like when I criticize a player, I'm not calling these guys bums ever. They're not bums. How do you think we can establish a run with our current backs? Let's see. How do you this look like a good question, AJ? He said, how do you think they can establish the run with our current backs? Run Pollard outside more and Dowdle up the middle. You answered it pretty much. I think you allow Dowdle to run in the looks that he likes, and then you work off of that so that teams can't key off of it. You can still play action because if you say, hey, when Dowdle's in there and Hunter Lipke's in there, they're gonna play. They're gonna run up the middle. Okay, but now Lipke and Dowdle are also receiving options out the backfield, so you can use that against teams that try to load the box and do certain things against us. That doesn't necessarily mean because we're under center, we're automatically running the ball. You know what I mean? So I think when they shy away from it and go shotgun, it's because Dak plays shotgun so much in college. I think he's just comfortable in shotgun. But I do believe that we have the opportunity to really exploit defenses if we start running Rico more. Rico should be getting 10 to 15 carries a game, and then TP get his 10 carries. They both get 10 automatic, and then whoever's hot get more. I mean, some weeks is gonna be Rico games, some weeks it's gonna be TP games. You gotta treat it like Mark Ingram and Kamara, man. We gotta really learn how to use a two-headed backfield. If we were smart, we would have went back and got Zeke back last year in the offseason for cheap. Cheap Zeke is fine with me because I still think Tony is your home run hitter and you want him doing that, but you still need a guy that can get you 1 yard guaranteed. You know what I mean? 5 yards with no blocking. You need that guy. You know what I'm saying? He affects the game. So I wouldn't have had a problem with that. All right, let's see. You right about the counters, James. Like counters work when they load that box. Trips too. Trips you can pin and pull a little bit with the receivers. You can pin that defensive end in, get you and sneak your tackle and your guard out on the edge and get them on those corners. I like that. We actually were doing some of that. We just gotta TP gotta run the contact when you see that one guy out there, man. You gotta go get that guy. Somebody super chatted me. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. Big Cam, the OG, aka said B. What's up, man? He sent me $5. He said, "What's good, Chief AK? It's time to utilize Ferg more. I would like to see him get a few deep posts and seam routes. Well, he just scored on the seam route, so you got that already. I would like to see some posts too. He got speed, he got athleticism, he got everything you would want in a bona fide tight end. I think now all they have to do is build the trust. So Ferg has to like keep doing the dirty work he's doing, and by year's end, Dak will love him and start throwing him the ball, like he did with Schultz. Schultz was dropping passes in the beginning, right? Dak calmed him down and started giving him the ball, and Schultz took off. And I think Ferg will do the same thing. And once he take off, we won't be asking about tight ends. So I never understood why we be so enamored with all these tight ends. We need like 4 tight ends. Why we need so many? You only need 3, maybe 2. But we got like Hendershot who coming back this year. We just now went and got a guy, Schobert, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? We had John Stevens, he got hurt. So it's like we got all these damn tight ends, man. But don't use none of them. Why we got them all? Like, give me something else. We ain't running TP right. All we do is run up the middle. TP ain't never been good up the middle. Bro, they run him on the edge. TP is sometimes cutting back in the middle. That's on that's on TP. That's not on nobody else. Yeah. That's on TP. TP will have guys, it'll be one guy out there for him to beat. He won't run to that. If you got you in a corner, I want the running back. I don't care who it is. You remember when Marshawn Lynch ran into Cheeto, and Cheeto, we actually learned Cheeto can tackle. But why was he running at Cheeto? Because they ran him off the edge and they said, we blocked everybody else. It's just you in a corner. Marshawn ran right at him. It's just that Cheeto just can hit. Cheeto showed he's a man. But you go get that one corner out there, you run right to him. Because right after that, we're going to play action at him because now he got to press. He got to press, but he dinged up. He just had to deal with a 240-pound or 220-pound running back that's lowering his shoulder at him, and now he got to deal with a receiver that's trying to run by him. That's how you open up the pass game too. So TP's not running to contact for obvious reasons, but he's not. Or maybe they're not so obvious. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but about why. But I know I'm not wrong about if he's doing. He did it this game too. He had 2. It was a play. I think we were in the red zone, but he had 2 guys, 2 lead blockers. He had his hand on their back, and they were guiding him to the sideline. And he sees number 1 cheating outside, and he hesitates and cuts back inside. You're not Le'Veon Bell, bro. You don't run that patient style. You got to hit it, get to the outside, make a move, and make him work. But TP's legs they not right. Something is wrong. It's not It's not. He's not the same. Something wrong. Now, Eagles time. Eagles time. Right. When you look at what Jalen Hurts is doing this season right now, Hurts is he's in a slide where I think he's locked in a rut right now due to the fact that he wants to run a little less. He wants to become that, like I said, quarterback that happens to be an athlete, so to speak, and be able to spin the ball and put it in places that good quarterbacks can. And he's been working on his accuracy. His release is better. So on. He still extends plays and does certain things, but the reason I feel that Hurts is in trouble a little bit, and the Eagles should be a little concerned, is the turnovers. Like his ability to read the field is in question because a lot of his interceptions, they're not coming off of a bunch of pop-ups. He's just reading wrong sometimes. He's reading guys wrong. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if he gets it right this year. I don't know if it's Johnson. If it's Johnson and it's not him, I don't know what it is. But he on the field, so you still got to make the decision. And Hurts is not looking right. And then they don't have that thumper in the backfield that give you that fear in the run game as well. So and their line is a little beat up. So when they're a little banged up too, you start to see like you can't always win gritty. And just like we talked about before, we were talking about the tush push just being just another play, just another quarterback sneak statistically almost. When you look at that, and then you look at the fact that it hurts you too. They do goal line quarterback sneaks a couple times a game. It hurts them too because teams are so dead pressed on trying to stop it. They trying to tear you up just like you trying to tear them up. So their line is getting dinged up after 2 years of that. They're looking a little dinged up. I mean, he 25-2. That's a hell of a run though. So the Eagles got some points when they say, "Oh, should we be concerned with 25-2?" maybe not, but it's gonna be something to behold if Hurts continues this, and is he not looking good coming into a game against a team like us that's good at forcing turnovers, not just the ones that are gonna happen because he happens. You're gonna get ones that happen because we happened. And I don't know if he can overcome this one because that's what I'm saying. When you play, I said this online and people thought I was crazy, but when you're playing teams that can't beat you talent wise, you can overcome those fumbles. You can overcome those interceptions. When you're playing a team that's you're going to give us those, right? Like you gave Miami that, pick six and gave up a fumble. You give those, but then we take others, like the pick six from Bland the other day, or like Bland takes interceptions anywhere, and like both of Gilly interceptions were like taking. Like you did everything right, we did everything, but we stopped you. You know what I mean? Those types of interceptions are going to happen too, and when they happen on top of the ones that you just given away, you don't overcome those. So it's going to be good to see if he can calm his game down and be a little bit more cerebral this game. Because if he's just skittish as he's been this season, he's gonna make some mistakes. And he's also doing something that other people don't have the luxury of being able to do, which is he could just toss the ball up there to AJ. AJ is doing all kinds of shit. That one hand catch, shout out to AJ, man. That was beautiful. But how many people is doing that? It's not that many. So AJ is saving his life because I think his ability to get him the ball even when he double covered is helping him right now. But do you want to throw against us if he's double covered? I don't think you do. If he's double covered, I would like him to try that. You know what I'm saying? Double covered, I wouldn't do it. But he's getting away with it though, uh, right now, and I think he's gonna try to go back to that well again. And I can't say like AJ is one of them. I can't even lie about that. He one of them, and I don't mean like Devontae Adams is good, right? He's a generational player, but then you got players that's like they just different. Like DK Metcalf could be that type of guy where they fast, big, strong, they can do everything. But T.O. Randy Moss types. Yeah, T.O. Randy Moss, you couldn't even call them number one receivers. That's not, they were just T.O. They playmakers. And then you got number one receivers that were playing in the league during their time. You know what I mean? But T.O. and Randy Moss was just different. AJ is in that stratosphere where it's like you got CD who, if you call CD a number one and you call AJ a number one, not saying CD can't ever outperform AJ on the field at the same time, none of that productivity stuff. I'm just talking about the way they are. It's like AJ is just is crazy the way that boy play, man. He's strong as shit. It's hard to deal with. Like he can either run, he a fullback that run like a deer and can jump over you, like and got crazy ass hands. That's a different. You're not gonna see a lot of them. You're not gonna see him again for maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Before you see another one that's like him. You know what I mean? So he just different. Because he got the talent, but then he can just get physical if you want to. One-handed band, he said, I have to say it. Sam Howell went for 397 yards, 4 TDs. If it's a shootout, Dak can go 450 with five. Yeah, I mean, if history is any indicator as to what the future may be and what it may bring, Dak, I don't think the Eagles are playing as well defensively as the Rams are. I'm talking about, I don't know what their rankings are. I'm talking about the way they were disguising things and so on. They don't seem that hard to figure out as far as in the air either. So if they look, wide open the way they were yesterday, yeah, Dak should be able to. He should be able to eat in this game, as long as he don't, like I said, make it so too big for himself. Gilmore, like the AJ type receiver, should make it. That should make it hard on him. Yeah, I think he does. I think he does. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Dez touched those heights. Dez and Megatron, they were those types of guys too. You right. Dez, yep. Dez, if he would have kept his career going, I think Dez could still be playing right now, but he would be more like Larry Fitzgerald right now, or like an old Chris Carter type of guy. Where still can give you good quality, but not like I can run right by everybody on the field. But if he's the second, third receiver, he good. You know what I mean? So I think he could have still been playing had he not torn that Achilles. That's hard to come back from. Shout out to Dez too, man. I bang with Dez. I like his energy. I've all like and then he the reason I'm doing this. So our destinies will forever be intertwined because of that time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always got a respect, a respect for Dez and love for his game was my favorite player. And when he was here. All right. Dez is the best back shoulder guy ever. But yeah, so with that said, I don't think that the Eagles are concerned enough. And maybe the Eagles fans are because they keep coming to I've never seen somebody just won. They just won and came to our page talking about why we can't sustain. But y'all the ones that just snuck a victory in against some average team, right? But they came over to tell me how unsustainable a punt block and pick sixes are. And I'm like, well, how sustainable are, interceptions and turnovers? You know what I'm saying? That's not very sustainable either. They got to play perfect. I think Dez is starting a podcast. I know Jay Tuck is on something with him. So Dez is starting something. And like this week will make us legitimate contenders. See, that's what I'm talking about though when I'm talking about big games. We are legitimate contenders already. This week just solidifies that as far as our ability to be number one in the division, right? But we don't need nobody else to make us legit. We legit. Now what we have to do is remember that and go out and play like it every week. Not just this week, every week. You prepare for every team the same. So that what you're saying and what people keep saying when they say big games, you're saying you got teams that you gonna play this way against, and you got teams where you're gonna play like down here. Level it out. Find your level and you stay there. You don't go up or down. You prepare for the bums the same way you prepare for the good teams. So nobody can have you gonna have no trap games because you ain't getting up or down. You treating everybody the same. That's the way I think you got to do this. Andre Johnson was good too. Yeah, he was good too. Bland is a lockdown corner. It's not like he's making fluke plays. No, Bland lockdown. Yeah, he like the Bland that boy. Yeah. If they lose, what happens then? If they lose, you keep playing. The thing about that's 3 losses. They still got a long season. We got 10 games to go, something like that. How many games we got to go? 10? 10 games? Get what I'm saying? That's one out of 10. Win the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Keep winning. I don't look at the Eagles and San Fran as automatic in either. People act like because we lost a game that their records, they're gonna just remain undefeated. Look at the 49ers. Like, look at how far they slid in 3 weeks. It's only been 3 weeks, and they look like they're about to slide a little more, to be honest with you. Dwayne Brown, he said, Dak haters who want Coop, do you think Dak would have threw the ball short to Turpin? Should have been a TD. Yeah, that was a TD too. Damn, that would have been 64 points if we'd have hit that one. You know what I'm saying? Damn, we could have put up 64 easily yesterday. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's no brainer type stuff, man. Let me see what else we talking about in here. Shout out to Sam Howell too, man. He's a poised young cat, man. He really a rookie. For real, for real. This is his rookie year. And he out there balling. I like play action with Dak as under center instead of the shotgun position. Yes. I feel like until we establish the run, defenses don't really respect it in the shotgun position. They don't. Because that's not what we do. They respect it with other teams. They don't respect it with us as much because we don't do it. We don't do it effectively from shotgun. So who's scared of it? Until you score a touchdown or get a big play from shotgun, defenses will say, "Well, we'll live with that. You ain't gonna give a 5 yards anyway." And TP scared to run at contact. So all we got to do is stand in our gaps. He's not gonna come at us. He ain't gonna come to us because he don't want to. You know what I'm saying? TP, are you with me? All right. Said, ask Miami. The refs in Philly is a thing. Ask Miami. Yeah, the refs in Philly is a thing. Refs anywhere is a thing, but Miami's not a physical team either, though. They weren't playing that physical, man. They were playing kind of soft. So it might be a tough game on the road, and then you got the refs involved too. Might be more penalties, yeah. But we're gonna have to quiet that crowd. Meaning, early in the game, we need some long, sustained drives, and then we also need some pressure and hits um, on Hurts early. Get him pressing. Get him trying to play anxious and play up to a certain standard. No pun intended. You know what I mean? So if we could do that, then this game is tilted in our favor. We don't need to be behind the sticks or behind in this game for the entire game because I think our anxiety will catch up to us then. I think if we can get out to an early lead, it's going to be important to score first and stay on top. You know what I mean? We can do that. Like we can coast like Washington was coasting 14-3 and keeping them back and behind like that. And then he has to launch the ball, into tight spaces to AJ to kind of get back in the game. I think that plays in our hands. So I'd like to see it. That's I like to see it. All right. He said that Miami lost that game themselves. Okay. He really only supposed to have two interceptions. Who that? Who that? Dak? Maybe. I think two of them are pop ups. Yeah. But listen, got gym work to do. Jumped on, and I got some film work to do too. But I jumped on because I wanted to talk to you guys. Y'all kind of get the topics that I'm going to be breaking down at length. Kind of talked about those, but those are the videos I'm working on right now. And I appreciate all y'all who jump on at Hoc. I have to say this because I really do mean it, man. Like I know it sounds so cliche and corny, but y'all make this fun, man. There is no Okoye without y'all for real. And because I wouldn't get up here and do this if I'm sitting up here talking to my damn self. Hey, it'd have been one video, that Dez video would have got 600 views. It'd have been like, I put it out there, and nobody watched. It's cool. That would have been the end. So y'all watching, sharing, pushing, you know, backing me and all that, like that's important to me. I really do appreciate it. And I like what I'm doing. And I'm starting to look at this more like less of a hobby now. Like I don't need the money. So I never looked at it like, hey, let me hurry up and try to make it big in this new lane. So I'm glad I was able to move slower the way I have been. I really am. But now I know that they say that when you keep revisiting something, it's something that it's something there. And I had a long talk with my man. Shout out to Boss Cowboy, man. I had a long talk with him. He was like, man, Koye, I gotta say it. I'm gonna say it straight up because this is why I fuck with him. He said, "Man, you bullshitting, bro." He said, "If you wasn't on bullshit, you'd be on a whole different level." I said, "Why you say that?" He said, "You bullshit, bro." And I was like, "He's like, I mean, excuse my French." I said, "Nah, I actually like that you said that. That's real shit." But he came right at my neck. But you're right, and I don't mean I'm literally intentionally bullshitting, but I treat this like something that I just enjoy doing, and it's casual. But I love doing it. I won't stay away from it. You know what I mean? So now it's time to turn up and make it more intense and more in depth. So that's what I'll be doing, man. But yeah, bang with y'all. AJ said something real quick. Let me see what he said. He said, thanks for the content. Cowboys fans who want real analysis come here because we can't get it from the three-letter networks. You got damn right, brother. Yeah, but appreciate that. Gene, I appreciate you, man. He said you're good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad too, man. I needed that little wake up call, but I'm gonna be making content like my hair on fire right now, man. But I'm in the lab. I'm in the lab. Y'all want to see the lab? I'll show y'all the lab. Let me see. Boom. I'm in the lab. I got my I'm in the gym, in the middle of the gym, in the middle of the I got the studio on one side, gym in the middle, all this equipment everywhere. So it look wild in here right now. But yeah, I'm in the lab. I ain't going nowhere. My fighters is coming a little later, so I'll work them out while I sit here and work on film. And I'm gonna be here the rest of the day, man. So I'm about to hit my man up, my plug up, and figure out why I ain't got the film. If not, I'm gonna hit Sky up and get that goddamn film. But I got to hit somebody up because I need it. Exactly, Okoye, you are the goat, sir. I appreciate you, T. Mafani. Yeah, you won too, man. I got to make you a moderator on the regular channel too. I don't know if I could do it on this one. Let me see if I can. I'll do it right now. Yeah, you definitely. He was out there. You be advocating for the kid. I can't. I can't even act like you don't. Let me see where you at with it. All right, I can't make you a moderator from this app. I got to do it from YouTube, but I will. I will, brother. I will. You said cardio and calisthenics. No, some weights in here. I do some weights. I treat them like Mike Menser. Rest in peace, Mike Menser. I will, even though a while back you came at me because I didn't like some music you was playing. I talk shit, man. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. Maybe I just like busting balls some days, man. Pause, but I do. I talk a lot of trash, but I take that though. That's the thing. People here know that. Like you talk trash to me, I can talk trash to you. I might talk some trash. Let me put this camera back there. I might talk some trash, and I can take it back. I just not gonna get personal with you. But I'll talk trash. I don't mind that. Do we men? You know what I'm saying? I don't think I came at you that crazy though. If I did, I mean, point it out and I apologize, bro. You know what I mean? All right. Eric Stewart, Okoye is going to be back on Sunday. He said this bull gonna disappear the rest of the week talking all that shit. He out. Jerry Jones only wants a bargain shop at trade J Max at TJ Maxx. That's what I mean. No problem, bro. Keep making that content. You already know I am, bro. All right. Pause. I must have said something crazy. You said weights is trash. Yeah, weights is trash for boxers, but it's called stretching. Back in the day when they didn't like weights, they didn't stress. You know what I'm saying? They didn't stretch enough. Now you can stretch and you can put on some muscle and stretch and not become tight. Um, Bet Jones has tried to act like we missed LVE. No, we don't miss no damn LVE. Yeah, Jones trying to get them rose deals. What you said? Oh, you said the Cowboys gonna be back on Sunday. I thought you were saying Koye talking all that shit about he about to make content. You see him on Sunday, man. He gone. He gone. The calisthenics is good though. Body weight is definitely superior to everything though. You're right, Jane Newman. You're right. But weights for certain things, like when I'm trying to teach power, it's certain drills that I use weights and resistance bands for. And all trainers think they got the ancient Chinese secret, but I know my trainer was like Pai Mei from Kill Bill, man. Sent me through hell. But my muscle memory crazy. Like I still can remember how to do the things that he taught me. So a couple of the things that he teaches just unorthodox things that most boxers, wouldn't do. And I love it. All right. I think that's it. You said Scott, tell Scott that Fournette going to Buffalo. That might make Buffalo real, man. Yeah, that's a good thing for them. Yep. But I'm out, y'all. Love y'all. Peace. I'm gone.